Well, we have Faceball 2000 here, a game that looks to involve some sort of shooting, given that we have a crosshairs lined up on a very smiley face of sorts. The back of the box talks about an exciting new world of Faceball 2000, where 3D graphics, first-person perspective, and 360-degree maneuverability put you and up to 3 friends, or foes, inside your Game Boy. That's really interesting, because then they also have a photo here of 4 individual Game Boys tethered together with the 4-player adapter. There's a little asterisk there, though, and the asterisk says, 4-player adapters sold separately. Each player must have a Game Boy system in the game pack. Wow, that's so interesting that you'd have to find 4 different individuals that also have the same game as you in order to play multiplayer. But I guess that was sort of standard for the time. They really seem to be pushing people toward the multiplayer aspect of this game rather than single player, because they even go so far on the registration card to ask if people already own or are planning to buy the 4-player adapter. On the back of their pack-in poster, which is quite nice by the way, they were even pushing the multiplayer aspect further by offering monetary incentives to small children who mailed in multiple UPC codes for the game. It's kind of funny to look at it now though, because they're offering only several dollars for every UPC code mailed in, and I guess to a kid that's plenty of money, but it's just funny to see it pandered in that type of way. And by small children, I clearly mean people in their teens or perhaps even their early 20s. I'm not really sure because I haven't seen a lot of Game Boy advertising over the years, but I don't remember very much being targeted towards this specific age group. These 2 screenshots for the game on the back of the box are a little bit confusing. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on, but it looks like you have a couple of different kinds of smileys that are smiling at varying degrees that you may or may not have to shoot based on the fact that you have a crosshairs in the middle of your screen. The game boasts more than 70 levels of challenging mazes. That's a huge game. I wonder if there's 70 separate levels, because that would be a pretty long slog depending on what kind of gameplay we have here. Now let's take a look at what the manual here has to say. They have a foreword that talks about the fantastic world of Faceball 2000. Players from all over the globe can enter the arena where participants can compete against the computer or each other in a contest of skill, bravery, and survival. Well, based on those screenshots on the back of the box, it's hard to imagine all of those things being true. So the objective is to defeat the Master Smiloid and become the new Cyberscape champion, whatever that might mean. We have to make our way through 70 challenging mazes filled with secret doors, clues, power-ups, and hostile Smiloids. Alright, so the Smiloids themselves, which are our enemies in the game, are going to be different depending on their behavior and also their appearance, it would seem. It'll be interesting because how many possible different shapes and sizes and faces and movements and things can they really have integrated to differentiate them? The controls seem fairly simple. We have our standard A for fire and B to interact with things, I guess, in the Cyberscape that are called pods. Start will pause our game and also allow us to read a clue, and select will allow us to observe a map, which is fantastic. There's nothing worse than playing a game without a map, especially one that seems to be from that first-person perspective. I'm having flashbacks to the labyrinth areas in Phantasy Star. Ooh, this music's kind of cool. I wonder if there's going to be a little preview or something of what this game actually looks like. Oh dear. This is what we're up against, eh? Well, those must be the Smiloids. Different kinds of Smiloids, I guess, that we can identify based on that table that we saw. Page 33 of the manual has an extensive list of different types of Smiloids that you will run into throughout the game. It seems that they're organized from least to most threatening, and how threatening they are is based on their speed, whether or not they're able to detect the player, and how fast they can reload their shots. Alright, so we definitely want to try the one-player mode, so we're going to go to the Cyberscape, but I wonder if we should take a look at the options. Ooh, we can select our face. Oh, do we want to be a flat top? Do we want to be a Pac-Man ghost? Perhaps a cylinder? Nah, we can just be a regular smiley. And we'll stick with the happy strength. The strength options introduce a variety of difficulty depending on what kind of game that you want to play. So if you choose happy, you get 3 hits. If you choose okay, you only get 2 hits. And if you choose hurt, you only get 1 hit before you succumb. Okay, very easy. I have a feeling if this is going to be like a shooter with strange graphics, I'm going to try the very easy mode just to be on the safe side. Ooh, this music's fun. Okay, so we have a timer in the corner. Is this a guy? So I'm just inching forward here. There we go. It looks like we eliminated somebody. Okay, so what's a flashing wall again? Okay, if that's the exit, maybe we don't really want to go there just yet. We just got here. Well, I guess we can go touch this flashing wall. Oh, okay then. I guess we have finished a level. So is this more like a tutorial of sorts? Ooh, there's lots of Smiloids here. Are they gonna shoot me? Nobody seems to be doing very much. The reference table for Smiloids is quite handy, and even though while you're playing it might not be very easy to stop and take a look at it, the shoot me enemies are simply acting as target Smiloids and don't seem to have any speed sensors and don't seem to do very much at all other than act as a target for target practice. Yeah, I do have to say this music is very good. I can't say much for the graphics though. They don't really load up too much of the background for you in advance, so you can't really tell where you're going. If I hit start, I pause. Select does show me a map though, so that's kind of nice. We haven't seen a lick of anything that looks like a pod yet, nor has anything shot back at us yet, so they're really starting us off slow. Okay, so level 5 here says that we're gonna have a pod to touch. That must be this, because they described it as a ball. So to use a pod, push against it and press B. Oh. Pods like this contain items and clues. Right. Okay, so we've used the pod. Pods will either contain clues or different kinds of prizes, and prizes can be beneficial to the player or give the player an advantage against different types of Smiloids. So for example, you can have some that give the player a brief immunity to all types of shots. There are others that will freeze Smiloids for a brief time, or some that will even allow for different Smiloids to ignore your player, which is probably my favorite, given the little smiley face that will appear as your bar symbol. That's adorable. Shoot me 2S, explode if touched. Okay. Oh. 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 Is something moving toward me? Oh, they're moving. Okay, so our first moving targets. Oh gosh. I really don't feel like I'm going to be very good at avoiding things when other things start shooting at me, as well as moving. It's hard enough to hit things as it is, because like your crosshairs don't quite center on anything. They either stay to one side or the other. And I'm trying to be really careful not to accidentally shoot too many shots and cancel my other shots. Some of the playing tips on page 39 say that you can only have one shot in the air at a time, so I guess that's to prevent you from just spamming fire over and over again. If you fire a second shot while the first one's on its way, it apparently cancels out the first one. There's dudes in there. I should have maybe waited until I finished my... Oh, hello. My very slow pirouette. Yeah, there's something to be said for a shooting game It's supposed to be emulating virtual reality where you are slower than molasses going uphill in January. Like, that guy's so much faster than me. He moves way faster than I can look around. See, like, he's gone. See you later. Alright, oh, hello, friend. Okay, I guess I should probably try to eliminate these folks. There we go. At least they have predictable patterns. Okay, see you soon. I guess I'm going this way. I shoot you too. Oh no. Is this the first time we're going to be dealing with an offensive Smiloid? First aid. Am I gonna need it? Oh no! Something's shooting at me. Get out of here. That's what I thought. You too, sir. Or madam. Oh my god, there's so many bullets! Ah! I don't know which ones are mine. Okay, I need something that has, like, rapid fire right about now. I can't even read that pod. So they're weak, but sees hell? What? Weak but sees hell. Well, that's confusing. Well, that was troubling. It got me. That must have been a turkey. Oh gosh, they are much more aggressive. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to continuing on with them. Alright, so buttons open doors. Oh god. Oh god. Look at that. We opened a door. And there was a guy. Oh no. Don't shoot me, please. Thank you. Oh man. Oh good lord. I am not fast enough for this. Okay, that opened that. Oh, look at this. The exit. No! I was right there. Look, they got me. We lost our first life. You can't really walk side to side, which is tough. You can only kind of like pivot on point, which makes maneuvering around a little bit more difficult. Another one of the playing tips mentions that it's possible to dodge long-range shots and also possible to weave from side to side, or that you can also peer out from around a corner, take a shot, and then retreat around the corner again. And I don't know if it's something that I just personally missed, but it seems like you're not able to move, which always seems to be problematic, because you can't move fast when you need to, and you always end up getting hit. Oh gosh. How am I supposed to move from side to side? They told me to zigzag in the manual to avoid hits. Because there's not really a lot of maneuverability room. But they weren't kidding about the full 360-degree maneuverability. I don't know if I would call this virtual reality, though. Everything moves way too slow for it to actually feel realistic. Oh, he's gonna shoot me? Of course. I'm too slow. Oh gosh. Look at this. I'm sad, you guys. The end. Enlighten me, good pod. Armor power-ups give you... Oh, good lord. More hits. Oh, I am gonna die. Why am I... Oh, get out of here, sir. No. Okay, so now that I'm kind of a pro at this game, right? I would actually like to see what a higher difficulty might actually be like. So let's just try out very hard. I'm sure this is going to go swimmingly, but just for the sake of seeing. A sacrifice? Level 41? What, did they just start you later on? Oh, these guys are rovers. We didn't even meet those guys in the other mode. Oh, I have a feeling this is not going to end very well. Oh my goodness. Look at his stealth moves. He takes multiple hits. I think I got him at least once or twice. I don't even know, but look at how hard these guys are. This is very hard mode. I'm already frowning. A scanner. Oh my god, do you guys see how many bullets there are? I could not get out of his line of fire. This is not good. Oh, good lord. Who's getting me? Oh my gosh. Wow, they're everywhere. Run away! Wow. Run! Nowhere is safe. There's nowhere to hide. There's only walls. Walls with corners that I can't kind of lean around to shoot things. That guy's gonna get me. Oh, don't get me. See, I can't even see him. He's gone. I wish that he would just approach me. See, what if I disappear? Oh, if I'm back up, he still gets me. That's not fair. Oh, we can get this guy from here. Look at this. Look at these sweet moves. They take 4 hits. That is unreal. Okay, this is flashing. We're getting out of here. Well, it really does seem like Faceball 2000 has a lot going on for it, and I can really see this game being fun in a multiplayer way. You know, you get some friends together, you have a good time. As a single player game though, there is really a lot to explore here, it would seem. There's lots of mechanics, the game seems to build up on itself as you progress rather than just getting repetitive, and it's actually really challenging in a way that I didn't really think it would be. You know, you kind of see the interface, you're like, ooh, this game's kind of ugly looking, it's not really clear how it's going to be good. You know, you can make all these assumptions about how bad it might be. But at the end of the day, I think that this game is really fantastic, and it's too bad that maybe it didn't catch on as much as people may have wanted it to. But, I mean, I've got 4 copies of the cartridge. I imagine if I had 3 other friends that all had Game Boys, that this would be fun to try out sometime as a multiplayer adventure. But yeah, Faceball 2000, if you can find it somewhere, definitely give it a whirl. As you can see, there's a lot that's going on in the game, but it all seems pretty good.